What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex. You're watching TF4 Talk. This is just a web series where we're talking about all things that are related to Transformers Age of Extinction. This is episode number 7, and before we begin, I just want to do a couple of really quick shoutouts. I want to give an Instagram shoutout to Lumi Cosplay. What's up, buddy? Thanks for being part of the Ragin Nation, and thank you for sending me this photo of you and your buddies kneeling before Grimlock and Optimus Prime in Germany, because in Germany, Optimus Prime and Grimlock grace the screens of Germany because Transformers Age of Extinction finally opened in your country. And that is absolutely awesome. I'm really happy for you guys because you guys have waited so long and so patiently, and finally Extinction is here. Now, Extinction isn't just only in Germany. It apparently opened in other parts of the world over the course of the last week or so. It opened in parts of South America like Chile, Colombia, Mexico, Panama, Argentina, and also other parts of Europe such as Sweden, Norway, Netherlands, Denmark, and of course, Germany. So I'm really happy for you guys. Finally, you guys get to watch it, and I hope you guys all enjoy it. Now, I also want to give a big shout out to a couple of fans that have been taking photos with the cast, the robot cast, of the Transformers films. For example, over at London Film and Comic Con, Jamie Rowe, thank you for your photos. Jamie Rowe sent me these photos of, check this out, we have Barricade, we have the classic Bumblebee, we have the new Bumblebee, and we have Optimus Prime from the first film. Alright, very, very cool. This was taken at the London Film and Comic Con. And then we also have, now this is very cool, this is the very first photo of a human being posing with Hound. Okay, very, very cool. At least a photo of a human posing with Hound outside of Hong Kong. Okay, now this photo was sent to me from Dylan, and this is a photo of Dylan's sister who is posing with Hound. And here she is right here, looking great. Here she is, sitting inside Hound, Autobot logo and all, and here she is with Hound. Wow, what a great photo. I mean, like, wow. Like, this is the Autobot that just fights until the very last bullet. And man, what a great opportunity to be able to just take this great photo with the Hound. So thank you very much, Dylan, for sending me this photo, and thank your sister for sharing this with us. All right. Finally, I want to say what's up and thank you to Royce, who was just driving along in LA, and then he saw Lockdown. Check that out. There's Lockdown, and man, what a random sight. You're driving along the highway, and then you see a Decepticon, or rather a bounty hunter, Cybertronian bounty hunter, driving right beside you. Or rather, not driving right beside you, but, you know, being towed. Or just, you know, on a flatbed. You know, that is really, really cool. Now, you know what? I want to say thank you to everybody who has been sending me these photos. Now, one thing that I gotta mention is that if you're gonna take photos, you know, make sure you understand your state laws and make sure that you're obeying state laws by, you know, if you shouldn't be operating a electronic device while driving, then please, you know what, it's better to be safe than take a photo. All right, so you know, but if your state laws don't mention anything like that, by all means, just do it safely, or just wait till you're stopped, or you know your car's off, your engine is off, and you're parked. Okay, I just want to just put that out there. Okay, just stay safe. I know it gets really exciting when you see Autobots and Decepticons on the road, and then you want to snap a photo, but just do it safely. Okay, now let's talk about Optimus Prime. Okay, because Optimus Prime goes through a lot of changes throughout the entire franchise, but it's never really explained that much. But you know what? I don't even think it really needs that much of an explanation, because over the course of Transformers as a cartoon, there's not really that much explanation as to why he goes through that many changes. Optimus Prime and the Transformers themselves have gone through lots of changes, you know, as you know, more and more different iterations of the animated series comes along. So with the movies, it's no different. Now let's look back at the first Transformers film. He came down as a protoform, he scans a Peterbilt truck, and suddenly he's a Peterbilt truck. So in that case, you know that there's some kind of like morphing or materialization technology that Transformers have, okay? And then in the second one, his next upgrade really was when he was able to merge his parts, or rather merge Jetfire's parts with himself. Okay, so very, very cool. Not much of like a change for himself, but more like a change as in he got upgraded with another Transformers parts. Now in the third movie, Transformers Dark of the Moon, he started looking a little bit different. Mainly in his ab area. You know, they removed the panel to reveal his abs. You know, which looks really cool because it's a pretty sweet looking detail, which really gives that contrast for his upper body. All right, we're seeing more detail on him, which is a great thing. But the main upgrade that he got was he got a trailer. His trailer forms into this arsenal hangar weapons hold, and another thing is that he has his flight tech in his trailer, or rather, his trailer forms into his flight tech. I don't really know, but apparently his flight tech is a part of that trailer. Okay, so he gets the flight tech, and so that is his main upgrade. But in Transformers Age of Extinction, he goes through a complete overhaul. Okay, and first of all, he starts off as a rusty truck version, flat nose version of himself. And the toys are calling it Evasion Mode Optimus Prime because he's trying to evade humans. He's trying to hide from humans and bounty hunting Cybertronians. So that's why he takes on this mode where he's unrecognizable. Okay? So, you know, we're automatically assuming that he's able to do this just by scanning another vehicle, and suddenly he can become that vehicle. Which is what happens because later on he scans a white Western Star truck, and suddenly he just materializes into this awesome looking Western Star truck with red and blue paint job, you know, with the flames, and it looks great. And you know what's another thing is that when he was a rusty truck mode version of himself, he was really beaten up. I mean, parts are falling off him. He's leaking lubricants, and he can hardly hold himself together. All right, he's not in very good shape. Cade does a little bit of work on him. You know, he fixes up his spark a little bit. You know, he makes this like kind of like spherical metal thing, you know, that Optimus can use. But you know what? For the most part, he did, you know, fix him up a little bit. But after he scans this Western Star truck, suddenly he's brand new. Okay, he's like all his repairs are all complete. He's like a fresh new version of himself, and he's like it's kind of like he was in a mud bath when he was a rusty truck mode, and then he just took a shower after he scanned the Western Star truck, and suddenly he's feeling all fresh. And he gets all these upgraded parts. So, you know what? They have that ability to do that. So I'm not even going to question it, okay? But he goes through another change. He goes through another change which left a lot of fans scratching their heads at the end of the movie. Because at the end of the movie, he was able to transform into Iron Man, and he was able to fly into outer space. And that felt a little odd. I think a lot of fans were really confused, but they still felt it was awesome. But like, you know what? A part of us was going like, what the heck? You know, what the heck? I mean, heck, you know what I'm saying? When was he able to get the ability to fly? Okay, now let's look back at the events of Transformers Age of Extinction. Cade fixed him up, okay? Cade spent a little bit of time to fix him up, alright? But I don't think he gave him jetpack, you know, that flight capability. I don't think he built him a jetpack. So it definitely did not come from Cade helping him out. Now, he scanned a Western Star truck. He got totally upgraded. He's fresh and new. But I don't believe that just because he scanned the truck, a Western Star truck, he was able to give himself a jetpack. Okay? So where did the jetpack come from? Did it just appear? That is the big question. Now, if you look back at G1, Optimus and the rest of the Autobots, in a couple of episodes, were able to fly without jetpacks. They could fly without jetpacks, okay? But there was another episode where I think it was Sideswipe had to let Optimus Prime a jetpack so that he can fly, okay? So he's able to get a jetpack to fly, okay? So Sideswipe gave him the jetpack. He didn't just have the jetpack materialize on him, all right? Now, as for the jetpack or thrusters on Optimus Prime in Age of Extinction, the big question is, where did it come from? How did he get flight capability? Because according to Transformers Revenge of the Fallen and Dark of the Moon, he needed Jetfire's parts, and he also had flight tech from his trailer in Dark of the Moon, which suggests that he needs assistance to fly. He can't just, you know, Superman it out there, okay? So, where did he get his jetpacks? Well, he got his jetpacks after he came into contact with the Sword of Judgment, okay? Okay, when he was inside Lockdown's trophy hold, that little pod ship, that escape pod, what happened is that after he came in contact with the Sword of Judgment, afterwards, like, during the struggle of pulling it out, you see his forearms change shape. And when I thought about it, I originally thought that, oh, okay, maybe Optimus Prime is doing that to himself, to make himself, you know, really like pull out this, to really I guess exert his muscles. Like his muscles are flexing, you know, like really flexing. So when he does that, but you know what? The more I thought about it, the more I felt that no, that's not what's happening right now. What's happening right now is that he is having his knight version of himself, his silver knight version of himself, revealed after he grabs the Sword of Judgment. When he grabs the Sword of Judgment, it gives him that upgrade as a knight, as a Cybertronian knight. He's one of these legendary knights. He's not one of the legendary knights, but he is some sort of Cybertronian knight. He grabs the sword, and the sword gives him upgrades. As you can see in his forearms, his forearms change shape. Okay, it's kind of like knight armor. Okay, his forearm armor, right? And by doing that, it gave him an upgrade. Now, the booster jets, or rather the thrusters, weren't only seen when he was flying away from the explosion at the Hong Kong factory after destroying Lockdown. Okay, it also wasn't just seen when he was flying to meet his creators. It was first seen when he was riding on Grimlock. There was a sequence where he jumps off of Grimlock, runs on a rooftop, kills a prototype, and then throws the prototype in the air, and then Grimlock chomps the prototype in the same shot. Now, when he was getting off of Grimlock to jump on the rooftop, if you pay close attention, he has a jetpack. He's not a jetpack. He has thrusters on his legs. Okay, pay close attention to that scene. Okay, you will see that his flight capabilities exist even before the whole Lockdown battle, the Lockdown fight sequence. So, which suggests that after grabbing the Sword of Judgment, these upgrades were made. Okay, so there you have it. Just wanted to clear some confusion as to how he gained his flight capability. Now, I didn't pick this up on the first time I watched it. I also didn't pick it up the second time that I watched it. I picked it up on the third time that I watched it. Okay? It's something that you should keep an eye out for. It's actually pretty cool because he jumps off of Grimlock, and he doesn't actually jump off of Grimlock. He doesn't actually launch himself off of Grimlock using with just his leg and like muscles. He didn't do that. He actually uses jetpack to launch himself off of Grimlock, and you'll see him with thrusters in the air once he jumps off of Grimlock and lands on the rooftop, which is actually something that's really easy to overlook because we automatically don't assume that he has flight capabilities. So when I saw him fly out of the way and to fly out of the whole Lockdown factory explosion, I was like, what the hell? Why didn't he just use this from the very beginning? That would have helped him a lot, okay? And then later on, he flies into outer space to meet his creators. He's gonna take the seed to his creators, and that made it even more like what the heck? That was another what the heck moment where I just felt like, okay, he just flies into outer space. That's a little bit weird, but it works. You know, it's pretty cool. All right, to know that he has this ability. But there you have it. That answers the question for you guys. How did he gain his abilities? Well, it all comes down to the fact that these Cybertronian knights are really these Cybertronians with really unique abilities. I mean, the Dinobots are part of the Cybertronian knights, these legendary warriors, and their ability is to be able to transform into these amazing dinosaur alt modes. All right. And Optimus Prime is able to become a rocket. So there you have it. That's all I gotta say in this video. I just wanted to just talk about that for a little bit because I think a lot of people really want to know who are still thinking about it. As for all the rest of you fans who are watching Transformers: Age of Extinction for the who have already seen the movie one time, or even some fans who still have yet to watch it and decided to spoil themselves by watching this video, make sure if you really want to, take a video of yourself going to the theater, expressing your excitement, and make another video of your initial reactions. We're still doing these videos. I'm still gonna make a compilation video. If you're watching for a second, third, or fourth time, make a video, because maybe you'll pick up some things that you didn't notice and send it to me. Like send me the YouTube link, and then yeah, I'll do my best to put all of you guys in a really epic video. The reason why I haven't made this video yet is because I want to make sure that enough people from the rest of the world are able to contribute, because not the entire world has seen Transformers: Age of Extinction yet. So there you have it. That's all I gotta say in this video. Stay tuned for a TF4 talk number 8, because we're gonna talk about some more toys, because there have been some new images of some new toys that are gonna be released very soon. Alright, there you have it. That's all I gotta say in this video. As always, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter at Ragin Nation. I got Instagram, so follow me on Instagram at The Ragin Nation, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Check that out. There's Evasion Mode Prime, which I just crushed. This guy is something that a lot of people are looking for. This is pretty